Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is GBN News for Monday, the 28th of September 2020. In the headlines, CXC defends 2020 CAPE and CSEC results and will not conduct an overall review of the grades. Youth speak their mind on the decriminalization of marijuana. Need for improved sanitization during COVID-19 period leads to invention of device for buses. Police in search of 14-year-old girl. In the sports news, defending champions St. Mark's Western Stars celebrate 2 wins from 2 matches in the 2020 Pure Grenada Cup. And in Around the Globe, no carnival in 2021 for Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Rowley says it's better to be safe than sorry. Good evening from the Grenada Broadcasting Network. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. We'll be back with the details.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Thanks for joining us. Despite much outrage across the region over CSEC and CAPE results, the Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, says it is pleased with the performance this year and will not conduct an overall review of the grades. Here's more in this report.
Caribbean Examinations Council CXC preliminary results on September 22nd. A number of Caribbean countries reported major discrepancies with the results. In a virtual press conference on Friday, Dr. Wayne Wesley, CEO of CXC, defended CXC and said it was basically impossible for some of these discrepancies to occur given the rigorous system in place by the Examination Council. While this is so, Wesley explains that CXC welcomes queries before October 23rd.
That quality assurance mechanism ensures that there is detailed check of every single subject with a detailed report. And as is customary with the end of our assessment process, that there are queries that will be made. That is why there's a window between preliminary results being released and final results being released. those issues, or those concerns rather, that are raised, we will treat with and provide the requisite responses.
The CEO said that so far, only 2 Caribbean countries submitted a formal complaint into the 2020 results, but he did not disclose which countries. Dr. Wesley said that notwithstanding the modification, the examination would have undergone to accommodate these years. He would, however, give no clear answer on how the scores were redistributed and conveyed that the Council will only be dealing with official queries sent in by the respective education ministries of the various countries.
So the process would still go marking all. I mean, I can't necessarily go through right now and would not necessarily I would not necessarily engage in a discussion of that nature in this forum. But certainly we, as I said, we have a very robust quality assurance mechanism in place, and those systems were maintained.
The CEO assured the public that the procedure used to arrive at the grades this year will be shared with the ministries upon request. The Ministry of Education here in Grenada on Friday said it was in the process of addressing the matter with CXC. Meanwhile, Minister Emmeline Pear and the staff at the Ministry of Education have congratulated all successful CSEC candidates. The ministry said it will host a press conference to discuss this year's results this week. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Well, government will be looking at the different models offered by the Regional Marijuana Commission to chart the way forward on how the country will handle the use of cannabis. Christina John had a sit-down with guys on the block.
With the Prime Minister's perspective on marijuana now changed, will the decriminalization of the herb become a reality? Grenada, along with regional heads, agreed recently that a review of the status of marijuana as a dangerous drug will be done with a view of reclassification. Young people on the weekend expressed their views on the debated issue. Some youth chose to share their opinion off camera.
Legalization of marijuana, in my view, I'm not in support of it. I'm in favor of criminalization against marijuana.
My thought on that is that I find they should legalize this thing. Number one, it's good medication. Number two, people have to make a living. Instead of getting locked up, you're making how much time for that. I find they should legalize the stuff and let people free up themselves.
Benefits, if you give them the poor people the license to grow it, they benefit. But if you don't give them the license, you don't have no benefit for us. Because the government go give the people the license to grow it and them go eat the food. If you give the poor man the license to grow it, then you got benefit for us.
With many advocating for the decriminalization of cannabis, many see the economic value this can add to the country's revenue generation.
Legalize, let the country develop. Look at St. Vincent. St. Vincent and them places been running like with marijuana. Marijuana build these places and them, even though it wasn't legalized yet. Understand? So if they legalize it now and they're getting taxed off of it, then we go have things in the country.
We're moving like we backward, the whole country. Even in Trinidad, they could plant 4 trees now in the house in Trinidad, right there. Each home could have 4 trees in the house, yeah? I don't see why we can't do that too. Of us. We don't have to walk on with that pong, but a little ounce is good.
Soon-to-be Minister for Agriculture Peter David says in a recent press briefing that public consultation must be held, following which a special committee will assist on the final outcome. A 2018 survey indicated that over 60% of Grenadians welcome the decriminalization or legalization of cannabis. Marijuana, however, is still considered an illegal drug in Grenada. Christina John, GBN News.
The marijuana issue continues to burn hearts in all corners of the country and across the region. The Grenada government says it will decide, but only after consultations with the people on the issue. Coming up this evening on Beyond the Headlines, host Odette Campbell will look at the decriminalization or legalization of marijuana and the possible impacts on the country's development. Panelists Peter Wickham, research analyst on marijuana, Dr. Andre Gordon from Jamaica, and Dr. Gerald Thompson, Chief Executive Officer of the Medical Cannabis Authority of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So Beyond the Headlines comes up at 8:35 right here on GBN television, simultaneously on K105 FM. Other news, a local entrepreneur has developed an instrument to sanitize buses. He thinks this will make the process more effective. More details in this report.
With the threat of COVID-19 still present, measures to curb it remain high on the agenda of health officials. Buses and taxi operators have now received the green light to operate at maximum passenger capacity. The proper sanitizing of the vehicle is mandatory. With this in mind, Mark Wilson is offering a service to bus operators and owners. He is operating under the brand name Biofen.
Well, what is different is that the machinery which we use what is called atomizing foggers, which turns the liquid into a foam. This allows the liquid to get very far, so you can spray it, as you will see when you go to the front. You spray it and it could be sprayed on electricals. It's going to reach all crannies and nooks, you know. It's much better than the manual application or wiping or even spraying with a normal sprayer.
Wilson offers his services at the Grenville and Sateras bus terminals.
This takes between 5 to 8 seconds. It really depends on the request of the bus driver, but we tend to focus on the heavy traffic areas, the door handles, the seats, the windows, and the front of the bus as well. The alcohol, honestly, the alcohol is not the most powerful agent to kill the bacteria. However, it is very effective. And the way that we are using it on the buses, some buses getting sprayed up to 15 times a day. So I would say it's very effective the way it's being applied.
Biofen has been tested and tried.
Individually, I must say it's quite efficient, and it's most of all really necessary at the time too, you know, so I think it's a plus, you know. It's good, efficient, as I said, you know, and I think effective too, because nobody is complaining about anything.
Little coffee is not a bad situation, you know, because nobody knows what this little thing could do, because nobody's seeing the things, they know what it is. So sometimes doing these things, it could save a lot of lives the same way.
That will help with to keep away the virus.
Not bad enough, but it could be better. It could be spraying at the seats and thing. It didn't really make much sense. You have to have somebody to be wiping the seat, not spraying it and just leaving it and go. You have to be wiping the seats, because the drums stay on the seat.
The development of Biofen reflects the mantra that every challenge presents an opportunity. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Police are seeking the assistance of the general public in locating 14-year-old Ruth Andrew of Cemetery Hill, St. George. She was last seen by family members at about 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 26th of September. Anyone seeing Ruth Andrew or having any information on her whereabouts is asked to contact Central Police Station 440-2245, South St. George Police Station 444-4454, CID 440-3921, Police Emergency 911, Police Hotline 444-1958, or the nearest police station. There she is on screen. Still ahead from us, CMOS farmers say they are still being robbed of their produce, and now they have another issue to deal with. And youths speak out on unemployment in the country. We'll be back.
The countdown is on to win free groceries for 1 year with the Food Fair. Just a few more days left to shop for a chance to win up to $8,400 in groceries. Look out for the live grand draw on October 9th, 2020. Win free groceries for 12 months, free groceries for 6 months, or free groceries for 3 months. Promotion runs until September 30th, 2020. Terms and conditions apply.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents, and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent.
Local agents. Independence Agencies Limited.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofed.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggy Tea Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
This video has been produced by the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, to help small businesses go digital. Hello, my name is Richard. I always keep an eye on my customers' needs to improve my service. That's why I have implemented new payment methods that are preferred by my customers. I immediately activated bank transfers that allow my customers to send me money directly from their bank accounts to mine. Introducing different forms of payment has allowed me to expand my customer base. I also enable payments with credit and debit cards. We must also keep abreast of new forms of payments. For example, mobile wallets, with which you can pay or receive money. It's like having cash, but on your cell phone. Reactivate your business and discover new ways to reach your customers. More guides and templates are available for download.
Visit bb.undp.org. eFuture is now.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part, to make sure the wheel keeps turning. Ariza says, thank you.
Bruv.
Hello? I can't see you.
What's good?
But I can't even hear you.
Yo.
Hello? Hello? Ah.
Okay, I see you. I'm good. I'm coming in.
Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel's super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
You're watching the news, of course. We're also on K105 FM. After a news team brought the story of CMOS farmers who suffer the hands of thieves, the problem continues. My colleague Rena Pear spoke with one farmer in St. Andrew who said that predial larceny isn't the only issue they face. The farmer said they now have to deal with large amounts of sargassum seaweed, which affect the growth of CMOS.
Willen Andrew of Telescope St. Andrew, a CMOS farmer for over 5 years, says the COVID-19 period has significantly increased the demand of the product locally and on the international market. However, he says the opportunity to cash in on sale is being affected by thieves and sargassum seaweed. He explains that it is difficult to grow CMOS in some areas as the gas let out by the sargassum seaweed burns the CMOS so much that it may not reach its maturity stage. While this is so, it proves even more difficult to meet the demands of the product when the most prevalent issue is that of CMOS thieves.
There's certain areas we are doing a project for people and you have people just coming around and steal the CMOS. There's another problem again. As the demand rise, people just start stealing the CMOS. So right now the thieves are affecting us much more than the sargassum. I'll not check it out right now. Yeah, because there's areas where we cannot farm, so they're not farming, but the areas where we could farm, the thieves are coming and steal the CMOS and sell it for people.
Andrew believes the increase in the demand of the product has increased theft. He says the police have been involved in the matter and have charged people in some cases. Another challenge faced by the farmer is the lack of facilities to properly dry the CMOS during the rainy season.
Because when we harvest it, we bring it home, it cannot dry because rain. We needed a proper drying place to do that. So we was trying to get that done, like dryers, solar dryers, or a big shed where we could just dry all underneath it. So right now, as we're speaking here right now, I am building a shed home now to do my drying underneath it to run from that rain because the demand is good.
Andrew, along with 5 other farmers, produce CMOS on the Telescope Bay. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Unemployment in the country is now at an alarming rate, given the number of job cuts due to the COVID-19 pandemic affecting businesses. Here's the rest in this Christina John report.
Youth in the rural communities appear to be hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. GBN wanted to get a feel on the ground on how this is affecting their daily lives. We touched base with a few in the parish of St. David.
Feeling really bad because I don't have nothing to go by. I don't work in, I don't have a job, I don't have money, I don't have food, I don't have nothing. So I just day. I just coping with life. You understand? I think it's the same thing happening to many people around me, just the same way. My
situation between the unemployment and when you look at it, nothing much and happening for the younger generation.
My community, it is very high. It is very high because a lot of the young men are at home and they are frustrated, nothing to do, no work, nothing is happening for them up here. And like, to me, like up here, people don't see us up here. They don't come out and look for us up here. If we don't.
One elderly man, speaking in the interest of young people, saw alternatives a government can consider for employment. He says too much of our local fruits go to waste that can be made into viable products and reduce the country's imported bill. Tourism is good, he says, but agriculture should be first.
If we look into agriculture and look to, let me say, input like, let me say, agro industry, you understand? When I say agro industry, I don't mean just a simple agro industry. Let me say agro industry at the art, you understand? So then we could have people get into that, you know. You're boosting agriculture, you know, and try to utilize some of our fruits, you know, that most times, years upon years, it's been going to waste, you know. Well, even going back on the marijuana, you know, if we look to say, well, legalize it or decriminalize it, you could have certain process in place where people is free to have certain amount, you know, so then probably that could help the economy.
With Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell to take up office as Minister for Youth from October 1st, it is hoped that some transformation can take place in favor of youth.
I mean, if you have to create that difference, I mean, the difference would have been created already. You are already there inside there, and he having to be the Minister of Youth. Well, you never know.
That is a no-no. I find they should leave the person who was for youth. I find they should have leave them there.
We have a brilliant youth community in Grenada. When you look at let me say the government, there wasn't, let me say, in a position where they govern the country for more than, let me say, 23 years or whatsoever it is, you know. So I say now that if any impact had to make towards youth, I say that it should have already done, you know. Now I see now it's too late. I see that thankfully.
Christina John, GBN News.
As heavy rains and thunder affect the country, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, is appealing to the general public to be cautious when traveling on the nation's roads and continue to be vigilant as we are in the most active part of the hurricane season. You see, the inclement weather is as a result of a tropical wave that has already passed the island. However, the country is forecast to experience partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers and a medium chance of thunder showers during the night. According to forecasters at the Met Office at Maurice Bishop International Airport, these conditions will persist possibly into Wednesday, as there is another wave approaching the island, and it is expected to affect the island into midweek. As usual, we'll have a comprehensive look at the local and regional weather later in the news. Now, though, it's time for another GBN Eyesore.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's eyesore is a mystery. A pumpkin is pictured growing from a tall tree. Our eyesore reporter included in the description, and I quote, "Do pumpkins grow on trees? This pic might challenge what you know." End of quote. Have any interesting pictures or videos? Send us an eyesore submission via our social media platforms, including WhatsApp on 405-3052.
haven't had some pumpkin in a while. Still to come from us, the tourism minister says Grenada must recognize it is at a critical juncture in its tourism industry and future. Stay close.
It's the craziest summer deal ever from Kenroy Bookstore. Buy one, get one free. Deals on notebooks, pens, pencils, glues, crayon, file paper, everything needed for the new school term. Deals also on office supplies. So visit Kenroy Bookstore at the corner of Young and Scott Street, or give them a call on telephone number 321-3500 or 420-3507. At Kenroy Bookstore, the craziest summer deal is on.
They say sometimes less is more, but at Real Value IGA Supermarket, we believe more is more. And since we are all about more, we want to buy more from farmers like you so we can sell more to our customers. If you have a farmer's ID and fresh produce to sell, Real Value IGA wants to buy.
For more information, contact Real Value IGA on WhatsApp at 405-4405 or give them a call at 439-2121.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, line, boy, your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Ofio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hotspots.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpack, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize. The ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code Beach Line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass Scratch and Win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
And Valley Med Care Center, located on Grenville Street, St. George's, has a highly professional team that gives excellent service in massage therapy, physiotherapy, speech therapy, medical consultation, and more. Hills and Valley Med Care Center sells a wide range of medical supplies, offers home visits for patients in Grenada and Carriacou, and opens Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. through to 7 p.m. Visit or call Hills and Valley Med Care Center today, 435-6904.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the best fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, keeping you connected. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello again. For many rural communities, tourism means opportunity. Admittedly, it provides jobs and economic empowerment. With this in mind, World Tourism Day was celebrated on Sunday, the 27th of September, under the theme Tourism and Rural Development. We get more in this report.
Tourism has been among the hardest hit of all sectors by the COVID-19 pandemic. No country has been unaffected. Restrictions on travel and a sudden drop in consumer demand have led to an unprecedented fall in international tourism numbers, which in turn have led to economic loss and the loss of jobs. As borders are reopening across the region, and with Grenada's borders reopened to international flights since August, and hotels slowly reopening, a new focus has been placed on the safety and security of the locals during the revival of the sector. Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation Clarice Modeste-Cohen, in an official address on Sunday, said the Ministry of Tourism remains dedicated to ensuring the country maintains its safety status.
Over 4,000 individuals and their families have been negatively impacted, thus requiring swift action from governments to stabilize the economy. This pandemic has taught us many lessons. However, the most striking lessons is that unity and collective approach is what we need to confront the new reality. Such an approach was used in our development of the new way of doing business in the tourism industry.
Minister Modeste-Cohen said the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Tourism and Civil Aviation, the Grenada Tourism Authority, and the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association all joined efforts to create the roadmap for recovery in the industry, bringing stakeholders along every step of the way.
It began with the development of reopening protocols for the industry subsectors, which included accommodation, food and beverages, transportation, attractions, water sports, and other tourism services. Stakeholders were consulted on these protocols before the documents were finalized. The next step was health and safety training, another joint effort between the Ministry of Health and the GTA.
On this year's World Tourism Day, the COVID-19 pandemic represented an opportunity to rethink the future of the tourism sector, including how it contributes to the Sustainable Development Goals through its social, cultural, political, and economic value. Josanne McKee-Smith, GBN News.
Meanwhile, last week, the Grenada Tourism Authority confirmed that while there is no fixed date for the return of major cruise ships to Grenada's ports, preparations are ongoing for the arrival of smaller cruise ships later this year. During her address on World Tourism Day on Sunday, Tourism and Civil Aviation Minister Dr. Clarice Modeste-Cohen urged Grenadians who depend on that aspect of tourism to be mindful of the slow return that is anticipated.
On an even brighter note, we look forward with optimism to the day when cruise ships, a major part of our industry, return to our shores and take advantage of what the Southern Caribbean has to offer. Government has a number of proposals before it, with specialized cruise brands. While we appreciate the number of people who depend on this form of tourism for their livelihoods, I must caution that it will take time for this sector to resume, and that we are starting with small, ultra-luxury cruises in the first instance.
This is the Grenada Broadcasting Network. We are reporting the day's news. We'll be back.
Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal. Join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made.
It's new, innovative and classy, and a cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Are you looking for some early cash for Christmas? Yes! Then join the fun online. Play Waggy Team Virtual Bingo! Because on Sunday, October 4th, from 6 p.m., you can win not 10, not 15, but a whopping $20,000 US cash! And the best part is, tickets are only $20 US. Available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide. And if you don't have any idea how to play, then visit our main office at Bruce Street Mall, where one of our agents will go through the process step by step. Remember, Sunday, 4th October, Waggy T Virtual Bingo is now $20,000 US. You don't want to miss this.
Looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Tropical
shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical Shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
We are very deep into the Atlantic hurricane season, and GBN continues to monitor regional weather. It's time to join Sigourney Mohammed at our sister station TV6 in Trinidad for the latest weather update from across the region.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening across the islands at this time, because Trinidad and Tobago remains very much under an adverse yellow level weather alert. But what does that exactly mean for us within the next couple of hours? Well, according to the Trinidad and Tobago Met Service, what we know is that for today in particular, Monday, a lot of that wet weather pretty much concentrated over parts of Tobago. Now, as the evening progresses, we're going to see some of that moisture tapering down right into Trinidad. And with that in mind, this alert will remain in effect for the next couple of hours, taking us well into tomorrow, Tuesday, September 29th, and it will be valid until 8 in the morning. What we're seeing is that showers and thunder showers continue across the islands. Most of that thunderstorm activity this evening, though, concentrated offshore. But at the same time, we will be looking out for those gusty winds where we have those heavy downpours, and that can come into play in excess of 40 kilometers per hour. When that is happening, you want to be mindful of your surroundings and the environment where showers may be occurring. Street or flash flooding is quite likely where we have those heavy downpours, so you want to pay attention for that into tomorrow morning, where we start to see those showers increasing just a little bit more. And again, for those of you with a marine interest, you want to look out for some slightly choppy conditions, as seas may just be agitated offshore. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in your marine forecast coming up in a short while. With all of this in mind, what's causing all of this crazy weather across the islands? Well, it's all due to the ITCZ, the Intertropical Convergence Zone, interacting with a passing tropical wave. And get this, we're not just tracking one tropical wave, but we're tracking another tropical wave just behind that, and it is forecast to bring in or produce another surge of moisture into the area and push into that westerly direction across the eastern Caribbean islands, bringing us some more showers and possible thunder showers within the next 24 to 48-hour period. So more wet weather in mind. What we need to focus on as well is the fact that the tropical wave which passed over us within the previous 24-hour period, or the one that came into play Sunday into Monday, well, guess what? This tropical wave now in the Caribbean Sea is actually being monitored by the National Hurricane Center, and it is forecast to move in that westerly direction and pulse right into the Yucatan Peninsula, where we have what's called a gyre. And when this happens, it could very well develop into the next tropical cyclone, but this is about 2 to 5 days out, something we will be monitoring for you as we continue to go through the Atlantic hurricane season. With that in mind, let's back up a little bit and go back to our tropical wave east of Trinidad and Tobago, of course, and east of the eastern Caribbean islands. So what's happening for us with that in mind? It's from tonight. This is where it all begins. We continue to see that cloudiness. Look at that. Trinidad, Tobago, even Grenada still covered by cloud, and with it, some precipitation in the form of light rain or even some light showery activity. So you get that pitter-patter just over midnight into the pre-dawn hours of tomorrow morning. So temperature-wise, what is it going to look like? Because it's relatively settled right now, and we'll see those lows dipping to the mid-20 marker across the islands. Into tomorrow's forecast we go. Between sunrise and sunset, here's a look at what you can expect across Trinidad. It will be quite sunny as the day progresses. Just into the mid-afternoon period, you'll see a lot of sunshine developing, of course, but the day begins on a bit of a partly cloudy note. As the day progresses as well, look out for those showers and isolated thunderstorms. Again, reminding you that we do have that adverse yellow level weather alert in effect, which will come to an end by mid-morning. But keep in mind, as the day goes on, temperatures start to rise and it picks up again with highs getting up to the early part of the 30s. Looking out for a whopping 31 degrees in Tobago, 32 degrees Celsius if you are in Trinidad. It is time to take a look at your farmers forecast and take a look at what's happening here, because September is on the verge of wrapping up, and after a hot spell last fortnight, well, this month it is going to end on a bit of a wet note by midweek, primarily due to the passage of tropical waves which are active and being enhanced by localized effects, or daytime heating as we call it. And there is a lot of moisture coming in from the proximity of the intertropical convergence zone interacting with these tropical waves. Now farmers, even with some very rainy days ahead, you'll notice that we're still going to advise you to be wary of those steamy daytime temperatures, which could promote wilting of leaves and young plants, and daytime heating could of course bring in those intense thunderstorms. Though not very long lasting, these heavy downpours can still produce some localized water ponding or flooding, and this can of course impact your crops and your livestock. Now this week though, it is good for vine and planting above crop types of plants, and we're talking about things like tomatoes and cucumbers, but you will see poor days for planting as intermittent cloudy periods take over, with patches and of course warm conditions beginning to spread with just a few passing showers in there. Now it may not be enough for moisture to signal seeds to sprout, so pay attention to that. Now around last quarter, here's what you can expect. You can start working with your seed beds and your flower gardens, as these mixed days will make for good transplanting of those kinds of plants. With that in mind, that's a wrap on your farmer's forecast. Remember to pay attention to those very wet days and those steamy days ahead.
Hello, sporting fans. Defending champions St. Mark's Western Stars made its 2 wins from 2 matches in another one-sided scoreline in the 2020 edition of the Pure Grenada Cup, which continued on the weekend. Western Stars defeated the national under-17 team 5-1 on Saturday in the first match, while Big Parish Stars captured their first victory of this year's tournament, winning 3-0 over St. John's Dolphins. We can tell you the lone match on Sunday saw another thrashing of St. David's top strikers, who lost 7-0 at the hands of Krong City strikers. Moving to local cricket now, President of the Grenada Cricket Association, Dwayne Gill, says they have not been able to rebound or resume cricket in operation since the disruption caused by COVID-19. The COVID-19 lockdown, he says, occurred during the middle of the annual cricket season and brought the Super 50 inter-parish and other parish tournaments to a halt.
Since then, we haven't been able to play anything. As you know, there are a lot of protocols that have to be followed, a lot of regulations and guidelines. So it was very difficult for us, the cricketing fraternity, not being given that opportunity to play. Safety came first, and just like anybody else, we really were, or it was a difficult period for us. And we're hoping that, we can get back out there onto the fields, maybe not as before, but we're hoping to do that very shortly.
The GCA president says it was heartening to witness the Caribbean Premier League and GFA resuming their tournaments, which spurred them on to attempt the same in October for the Super 50.
So we've started that process of planning. We are now seeking permission from the relevant authorities to start back that particular tournament. Of course, we had to check the parishes and so on, because we were not sure if all of the parishes would want to play. Of course, financially we are affected, and we are negatively affected. There's no money around. So how are we going to get through a tournament Cricket is one of the most expensive sports. How are we going to get through the tournament, knowing fully well that all of the teams would have to come to St. George's at the National Stadium to play in an environment where there are no spectators?
Right. Meanwhile, Gill, who is also the acting chief executive officer of the Windward Islands Cricket Board and Windward's Cricket Incorporated, the Windward Islands Volcanoes franchise, was in high praise of Andre Fletcher.
Of course, we have Andre Fletcher, who plays for the Volcanoes. He's not contracted. And if I give you the story, Michael, I don't know if you have time for it, but Fletcher is just something out of this world, because what Fletcher did, Fletcher was eligible for a contract because he would have played in our Windwards tournament and he played for the Windwards and he did well. But what he did, he allowed one of the other players, because he only had 15 spots, he allowed one of the other players to gain that contract so that they can have some type of financial support. So Fletcher will continue to train with us, but he's not contracted by us. So I thought that says a lot about Andre.
That's the sports news for now. Here's what's going on around the globe. Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago in 2021 is off. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley made the statement during the wrap-up of today's spotlight on the budget and the economy. He said Carnival is a perfect environment for the spread of the coronavirus. The Prime Minister said he knows the decision will have a serious knock-on effect regarding the economic activity associated with Carnival, but he implied it is better to be safe than sorry.
It would be madness to be talking about Carnival in February. I see no future for Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago in the months ahead. And today I can put everybody on notice that unless there's some dramatic wind that will blow across us, whereby Christmas pandemic would have been a thing of the past, Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago in 2021 is not on. Picture Juve morning, but with the coronavirus still a major issue, not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but in the world around us. It's just not on. Let us be thankful that we are still alive to see each other's face.
Still in TNT, Police Commissioner Gary Griffith is denying that the officers seen in a video confiscating what appears to be cash at a recent raid in La Hoqueta is a police officer. However, he says an investigation will be launched into the matter. We get more in this report.
A newspaper article's report about a police officer taking money from the La Hoqueta raid is false. Commissioner Griffith says the individual in the video and photograph being circulated is not an officer of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, and that he is in fact a serving member of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force who was part of the operation. In a statement to the media on Sunday, the Commissioner of Police says an investigation will be launched to ascertain what was in the envelope and if evidence was removed without authorization. He is questioning the motive behind the newspaper article by noting yet again the thirst by some to label the TTPS in a negative light without getting the facts. Commissioner Griffith says regardless of who took the envelope, it was a police-led operation, so the TTPS is responsible, and just as it being done to ascertain if the $22 million in cash discovered was acquired from legitimate means, and just as an investigation is ongoing to ascertain why would senior officers return such money without the proper process. Likewise, this latest development will also be thoroughly investigated. Ian Wason, TTT News.
Police in Jamaica say that while they are shaken by the killing of a colleague on Friday night, they stand firm to take on criminals who attack them. One of their own was shot on Friday. The man that shot him was also killed. More in this report.
Constable Francis, only 27 years old, spent 8 years in the Jamaica Constabulary Force before he was cut down by an alleged gunman last night on Petera Avenue near Waltham Park Road. The constable was in the service vehicle when it was fired on. One of the 2 bullets which entered the service vehicle caught the constable in his head. His colleague, who was the driver, returned the fire, hitting a man who was later identified as 28-year-old Shavor Johnson, otherwise called Bonwaste of Petera Avenue. While the driver was trying to rush Constable Francis to hospital, the van's diff somehow got dislodged, rendering the vehicle disabled. Another police unit nearby responded and transported the wounded constable to hospital, where he died while being treated. Wayne Cameron, commander of the St. Andrews South Police Division, where Constable Francis was assigned, says the constable was dedicated to his job.
Very good patrolman, and Constable Francis was always willing. It is really distressing to lose this constable in this fashion at this time.
The St. Andrews South Police was still grieving the loss of another constable who died in a bike crash a week ago on Red Hills Road. Superintendent Cameron sounded a warning that his officers may be down but not out.
But I just want to say all the criminal elements operating in the St. Andrews South Division that we stand resolute. And every time we shoot at one of my policemen, we become stronger. So we will be out there in our numbers looking for you. We will hunt you and we'll find you and ensure you are brought to justice.
One of the challenges the police had last night, and even while processing the crime scene, was poor lighting, and particularly in the area of the Petera Avenue closer to Waltham Park Road.
Victoria Road is just one of the many areas in St. Andrews South where we have that challenge. There are many areas in St. Andrews South that we police nightly that have very poor lighting condition.
Member of Parliament for the area, Angela Brown-Burke, says a crew from the power company who went there to install street lights over a week ago was harassed.
I did speak with the police at the time as well, asking if they could, accompany JPS as they restore the lights, because individuals who live in this area have been asking for so long for the lights to be repaired. One of the commitments I gave them is that light and water would be 2 of the priority areas that we were looking at. And so we've started with the lights, and it was unfortunate and very disturbing to hear that when JPS came on Pretoria Road, there were some young men who insisted that the lights should not go up.
Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
That's around the globe for the moment. We'll return to remind you of the headlines. We're going to leave you now, but first a reminder of the headlines. The Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, defends 2020 CAPE and CSEC results and will not conduct an overall review of the grades. Youth speak their mind on the decriminalization of marijuana. Need for improved sanitization during COVID-19 period leads to invention of device for buses. Police in search of 14-year-old girl. In the sports news, defending champion St. Mark's Western Stars celebrate 2 wins from 2 matches in the 2020 edition of the Pure Grenada Cup. And in Around the Globe, no carnival in 2021 for Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says it's better to be safe than sorry. All right, if you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other stories. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's the news. We'll keep in touch. Do take care. Good night.